We have breaking news in the WNBA where Caitlin Clark will return on Saturday against the Liberty. The Fever announced earlier today. Clark missed 5 games with a quad strain. The Fever went 2-3 in her absence, but she'll be on the court against the defending champs who are unbeaten this season at 9-0. Tip-off is set for 3 p.m. Eastern time from Indiana. For much more on this, let's welcome you inside our CBS Sports HQ studios. I'm Jordan Giorgio alongside Ashley Nicole Moss as we get to this breaking news for the Indiana Fever. You know, as I mentioned off the top, they weren't desperate without Clark. They went 2-3 without her. But what does having her back mean?
I mean, it means a lot. You mentioned 2-3, which is nothing to put your nose in the air about, especially when you have a player on your roster by the name of Caitlin Clark. She makes a big difference. When you want to talk about what she brings, let's go through the list here. I wrote it down. She draws defense and she creates open shots. Not only that, but she leads the team in scoring and assists. So you get a lot of that playmaking back. And this is a team that has very high expectations. This is a team that last season crept into the playoffs where a lot of people weren't really expecting them to do that. And I remember having this conversation this time or a little bit later in the year about this Fever team and said, look, yes, they may not be a championship caliber team, but they are a team that's feisty. They're a team that fights. They have one of the best players we've ever seen on their roster, and they are going to be a tough matchup for whoever they face, and they have built on that momentum. So getting Caitlin Clark just means you get to go back to what you have been trying to build, and that is a playoff team and ultimately down the road a championship team.
Let's get to now the timing in which they get her back. Less than a month from the WNBA All-Star break. How important is it that they get her back right now?
Super important. I mean, you're talking about a player that averages 19 points, almost 9.5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And when you're talking about going into the All-Star break, you want to go into that with the best momentum possible, because after that, then you're really starting to think about playoffs. Then it's really all systems a go. So this is a perfect time frame. The Fever did what they needed to do. The other girls on the team really held down the fort. They were able to still win games and still make it so that it wasn't such a deep hole for Caitlin to get there and help them dig, themselves out of, because it is going to be an acclimation period. But the Fever are in a good spot. Number 3 in the Eastern Conference, 7th in the league. They have a lot of good stuff that they can build on.
All right, we'll leave it there. Caitlin Clark making her return this Saturday against the defending champs in the New York Liberty. She is back from that quad strain. I'm sure you'll talk about this upcoming on Triple Threat. You can watch more from Ashley Nicole Moss right now on YouTube or CBS Sports Network. What's coming up, Ash?
We are talking all things NBA Finals.
Oh, yeah, that's going on.
That's going on, too.
Yeah, big game 4 tonight. Big game 4. Looking forward to it.